Hello, everyone. This is your friend, Coach Vanda Martin here, and today I'm beyond excited because I have here with me a treat for you. I have here someone who is a dear friend, who I admired a lot, who is an amazing producer, a great team leader, national speaker, knows this business of real estate inside out, and he's also the co-founder of one of the greatest real estate group on Facebook with over 170, about 170,000 agents, great people like you, lab coat agents. So everyone, as you can see, I have here with me Tristan Ahumada. Hello, Tristan.
How are you, Vanda? How's everything going?
Everything's going great, my friend. I'm so happy to have you here. And I just want to say to all of you watching today, please stick around. This amazing human has so much knowledge. He's going to share with you guys some of his views right now, what's going on in the market. He's going to help you too with clarity. Who like more clarity? Who would
Me.
like some direction? So he's going to share with you. So stay here. We're going to have a great conversation. We're going to have some fun, bring you guys some wisdom, some power so you can succeed in real estate, elevate your mindset, and kick ass. Right? Right, my friend?
Mhm.
So let's
Have some
go
fun.
here. Let's go here. Tristan, tell here to this beautiful audience, because most of them know who you are. You're very known in this beautiful industry, but some might be wondering, who is he again? Tell them a little bit about you and where you are in business right now and what you're up to.
Yeah, so I've been in real estate since 2004. Right out of college, I went to college and then law school. Didn't finish law school, stuck with college. And then I started exploring online leads. Then I started speaking around the nation for Realtor.com. Then I built Lab Code Agents,
Right.
Facebook group into then a media community company. And then from there, I started being called up to work with tech companies, consult them. And then for a period of time, I was in corporate. I was the CMO of Success Magazine at the time, and which was just part of EXP. So I served as part of that as well. And then I stepped out to create my own brokerage with a friend of mine. And I'm still running Lab Code Agents. We run a consulting company, and we're trying to build this amazing brokerage now nationwide called Y Realty. That's it.
I know it and I love it. I'm so proud and honored to be part of that fabulous group in terms of collaboration, cooperation, and training and learning. So it's amazing. My friend, you have done so much and you're right there in the trenches, not only as a team leader, as a broker and owner of a real estate company, and with this group. So tell us here what you see right now. What's your opinion, first of all, about the real estate market right now in this October 2025?
It's a split market. It's very challenging for a lot of people. What we're noticing is the concentration of the challenges for the markets are really coming from the place that is oversaturated with new construction.
Mm,
That's what we're noticing. And the other piece to this is a lot of the areas that picked up during the COVID period are also suffering now because people either moved out or they decided not to stay for some reason or another. So you're seeing those areas suffer a lot. You have days on market. You can take a look. Days on market
right.
in Florida and Texas are over 80 days, which is getting tough. And then
Mhm.
California is not doing as bad because we've got certain booming areas. I mean, the
Right.
last time I checked, San Francisco is booming again, which is like, what happened? I thought it was going the opposite way, right? So it's a very interesting market because you've got the Northeast, Connecticut, parts of New York. Obviously, Manhattan's never going to go anywhere, right? But you've got
Right.
the Northeast also booming, and primarily you have those desirable areas in the Northeast that include Massachusetts, New
Right.
Hampshire, Connecticut. Those are considered safe areas by certain polls and surveys, but those are booming. And it's hard because when you talk to one set of agents, they're struggling with sellers to communicate with them and say, hey,
Right.
how do we get the sellers to understand that it's a completely different market? right? Where things are on the market for average 90 days. That means in some areas, you're in 150, 160 days with nothing happening, right?
Right.
And then you've got other areas that are like 10 days on the market, 11 days on the market. And you're like,
With multiple offers and all.
yes. So it's an interesting world because you're seeing the rates stuck at 6.3 right now,
Right.
and they've been there for a couple of weeks, but you're waiting for the reports to come out for the jobs market, but you can't get a report because the government shut down. It's like,
Right.
where are we at? Because the last time we checked, the jobs market isn't doing too well either. And then we're concerned about inflation, and then we're concerned about tariffs because you watch the stock market go down significantly when that was announced. But you also have a more stable market than we did during '06, '07, leading to '08.
Right.
We have low foreclosures, even though they're inching up a little bit. But it's a mix. And I think the key to this is that growing to where we are now and how we got here, we didn't lend out to most people. We didn't lend out to people that couldn't afford the homes that they're in, outside of them losing their job, right? And so the stabilized market, I don't think it's going anywhere. I think we're sitting in this spot unless something crazy happens, right? We're sitting in this exact spot for another year.
I understand.
Market's not going to go anywhere, because part of the piece is, well, what happens to the current balance between Republicans and Democrats in the Senate and in the House? And we won't know that until November of next
Right. Yeah, so many things happening, so different areas, right? And we have to be savvy as real estate agents.
year.
We have to be smart and strategic to really have local knowledge, to be really the expert in the areas to bring the clarity, the knowledge to our consumer, to our community. Would you agree?
Yeah, here's where you bridge that gap
Okay,
because we need to we need to do exactly what you just said, which is we need to understand our local market. And we have a lot of local markets. Like in where you live in San Diego, there are so many local markets,
so true,
right?
right?
And so
Little
you have to
pockets.
understand not only those pockets, but you have to understand what about townhomes and condos? What about houses, regular, uh, regular priced homes? What about luxury? What about the rental market, right?
Mhm.
What about commercial? What is that? Because it's completely different. So all these different pockets, and then we have to look at, well, where are all the people right now? Where are they going? Where,
Yeah,
where, where's the audience? And if you
exactly.
look at the most visited websites in the world, it's almost the same and it's been the same. So it really, for me, Vanda, I look at this and I'm like, I have a plan. My plan is let's take a look at the most visited websites in the world and create a plan around that. Google's number one, right? And you've got so much to Google. Google, YouTube's number two,
Right,
Facebook three, Instagram is four, ChatGPT is five,
right,
X is six, and Reddit is number seven. And then you round up top 20. We've got TikTok and LinkedIn in there.
right.
But
By the way,
look,
I love that you know that. And by the way, you guys, I don't care if you're a month in the business or 30 years in the business. Take notes. We have someone here who knows this stuff inside out. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
oh, that's good. I like that. Good. Yeah, take notes. But I have a plan. Like people think, well, where do I start? Right?
Mhm.
I'm new to the business, or how do I get back into it? Or how do I stay sharp? Right? How do I keep growing?
Relevant. Yeah, cutting edge.
Yeah. And the answer is you look at the seven most visited websites in the world and you're like, okay, with your individual, you listening in, with my talent, like, what am I better at than most people?
Exactly.
Like,
What's my
what am
greatness?
I better at? Right? And with that one thing, can I also make money from it? Right? And do I also have a passion for it? So that's three. Like, think about those things because it's not necessarily real estate either. Because a lot of people think, well, if I want to show up on YouTube, if I want to show up on Facebook or Instagram, right? Those are three of the top five sites. It doesn't have to necessarily be real estate. You can mix it in a
Exactly.
little bit.
What is your unique selling proposition? What makes you different? I love what you're saying. And what you're saying is, what is my strength? And how can I deliver that strength in all the platforms that you mentioned the best way?
Yeah.
Right? What's my strength? What I'm really good at it. And of course, when what you said is so true. When you love and passionate about, it's easy to do it and shows up easily. You don't have to work hard. And then how I can bring that and brand that in a way that my buyers, my sellers, my investors see me as the brand that can be the one to be chosen chose to the job. And it's so important, right? So again, having the platforms, right, Tristan? Having the platform, knowing thyself, what I'm good at, what I bring to the table, what's my value, and then knowing how to brand that in a way that you become the top of the mind and the chosen agent. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, and I think the piece to what we miss sometimes is that it takes a long time. And I don't know that when we get into real estate or when we're shifting our strategy, as long as our strategy is still based on
Mhm.
what we're great at, right, and what we're passionate about, and it can make us money. Um, Sometimes we forget that it takes a long time. Like you won't see results that you can monetize quickly all the time. And this is
Yes.
why you need the pillars. Like, well, if you're only doing this and the market shifts, what happened to the rest of it?
Right.
Like you can't just in this business, unfortunately, you can't just be doing one thing. That passion, that talent, right? That thing that'll make you money. You've got to see, well, where else can I place it?
Exactly. I'll give an example, Tristan. I love what you say that. And I always tell my clients when I'm training, coaching, or talking to anyone who reach out to me, diversification is the key to stabilization. I cannot
Mm,
tell you, yeah, diversification is a key to stabilization. I cannot tell you during COVID time, I just about cried. It broke my heart. The amount of people reach out to me and said, Coach, I am in trouble. All my business was door knock and open house. They gone.
mm,
Remember those? So
yeah.
again, because they didn't have the marketing rods, like fishing, you got to put a lot of fishing rods there to, catch the fish. The same thing here. This is what I do for my database. Here I am. This is what I do on social media. This is I do online leads and that maybe foreclosure expires. I saw
Yeah.
I saw a video that you're doing the other day about the expires. Oh my gosh! Remember how many expires we did, and the wave is coming because some homes will not sell, like you said. The days on market in some areas now is 3 months, so it's going to definitely a neutral market. It's not a seller's market anymore. Some areas might be buyer's market, right? You're waiting 4 or 5 months to sell, and now what's going to happen? The wave of the expires because unfortunately, Tristan, some agents don't know how to price well, or they don't know also how to get a price adjustment or price improvement. So the house sits in the market and then expires. So all of you guys, agents like you and I who did a lot of expires, what a beautiful new lead source coming back into the market. Isn't it true?
Yeah, that's very true. I think on your point, when you're looking at whatever a real estate agent is doing, I
Mhm.
think you can layer that and say, look,
Exactly.
if you're focused on your past clients, and that's where your business comes from most of the time, then you need to challenge yourself and say, well, what else can I do to connect with my past clients where they're at? Well, they're at home. That's easy.
Right.
Most of the time, most people, the average agent is 57, right? So that means most people will think a little bit more towards traditional marketing, right? I'm going to mail them something. I might stop by and give them something, which is great, right? But what happens when you're not able to do that? This is where you
Mhm.
need to layer in the middle piece, which is,
Right.
yeah, you saw them at home. What about online? Like,
Exactly.
you have an email newsletter through MailChimp? Did you do retargeting? Are you finding them on social so they can see you there all the time? Or did you set them up on a home search even though they already bought one? Right? There's so much in the online section. And then you met them at home online. And what about in person? Like, have you invited them to coffee? Have you
Yeah.
invited them to your yearly event? Or if you do a pie giveaway, whatever it is. And then now you've got layers to this. And you're like, got it. I'm taking care of my past clients.
Yeah.
no matter where they're at.
Exactly, exactly. I remember when I was selling real estate, I had a framework and a system for everything because you see what you're saying, we have to know the market, right? That's what I'm hearing from you. You gotta know the market, you gotta be the local expert and really create the credibility delivery on social media, emails, everything. And then you gotta also know the psychology of the buyer. I just did a reel, actually just went on social media today. If you see my reel today, I talk
Let me
about
take a look.
understand the psychology of the buyer because when the buyer is educated, certain, very well knowledgeable, and has the right agent that takes away the fear and provide the right insights and data, and they are motivated, they will move. Even if the interest rate is not the perfect for them, they'll move because they feel certain that they're going to get what they want because they have the right expertise and for helping them if they're motivated, of course. So again, I love talking to you. You bring points like have a plan. This is what I do for my social media. This is what I do for online leads. Here's my script, right? Have a plan for your database. I threw two big parties per year. One was
Right.
appreciation party in June, and the other one was holiday celebration in the beginning of December. My clients love that. The email, I used to send one a month, then I went to one a week. Today, Tristan, we know, you know that really well. Last year, they had a study done. The number one marketing tool right now is email marketing. And do you realize, Tristan, how many agents don't regularly, once a week or twice a week, send value to the database?
Yeah, it's terrible.
And they think, they say, I don't want to spam my client. I said, so don't spam. Unless you send spam, send value. So what would you say? So let's put it this way. I'm a new agent, 2 years in the business. I'm struggling right now. Give me here one, two, three things you say, okay, Vanda, do that as a new agent in this market.
The new agent, the thing that you have that you forget as a new agent is that you already have a database. You have a database on your phone, like all of us have it. The
Right?
challenge is that we don't know who on our phone is ready to transact, already bought a home, or they're just in the middle and not going to do anything. And your challenge is to find out where they're at. But you find out, and initially an agent doesn't have the money to invest, right? That's the challenge. But if they've got a little bit of money, there are so many different AI companies that can take your database and then scrub it and then tell you, hey, it looks like these 20 people might be looking to buy or sell based on our algorithm, right? Like a company like Agent Legend can do that
Right.
really fast. But if you don't have the money to do that, the other option is, this is where you're going to have to put in the work. Like pick up the phone and start reaching
Amen.
people. Like we're still a business to business, belly to belly, person to person relationship business. This is never going to end.
I love that.
I
But
think
it comes to the point you said that sometimes it's a lack of patience. I also think very much is a lack of vision. A lack of vision, because
yeah.
if I'm going to sell my home 300,000 or 3 million or 33 million, I want someone I trust, I believe, and I know is going to fight for me. And if you don't show up, and Trisha, come on, remember what our beginning? I was calling with my broken English, very uncertain at the beginning. I had fear too. I mean, we all have fear, right?
Yeah, we
Oh my
do.
God, I'm going to call them, what they're going to think of me, what I'm going to say. Until I realize, oh my God, it's just like basketball. Remember, I play basketball? If
Mhm.
I practice, if I rehearse, what am I going to say? How am I going to say? Because again, it's not the script, it's how you do the script. If I own it and just come from a place of contribution, I'm just going to serve. I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to give and see what they are. It takes away the fear. And that's how I start doing it. Tristan, I started with 10 calls a day. Then I went to 15. Then I went to 20. And then I realized, holy smokes, every 12 people I talked to, I set one appointment if they're
Mhm.
interested. And every three appointments, I sell a home. And I said, oh, I'm going to be appointment setting machine. And that's when I start doing 25 conversations a day. So, guys, today they have text. You don't even have just to call at the time. You can call, you can text, you can DM people, right? Isn't it
Yeah.
true?
listen, I would prefer people text first because in
Okay.
the world that we live in all reality, people will check the text first
Yeah.
and then want to connect with you. But the key is one thing that you mentioned about clarity. I think the lack of clarity creates confusion. And we
Yeah.
watch that with real estate agents quite often, or in any business. Like if you don't know how you're going to do it, you end up not doing it. Or
Yeah.
you end up doing it one or two times, but you don't show up enough because there's no plan. So
Yeah.
I would say if you're going to reach out to your phone, your database, and you want to reconnect or you want to connect for the first time, I would have a plan and say, what am I going to say that's
Exactly.
value driven? Not, hey, Vanda, it's Tristan. I'm just checking in to see how you're doing. That doesn't mean anything to me,
Yeah.
right? It
And
means
everybody else is doing that.
everyone else is doing that, and it's
Yeah. Yeah.
inauthentic. It sounds like you don't care. And what I want you to do is the opposite. It's like think, well, who am I calling and what's important to them, right?
Exactly.
Most of the time, either they own a home, they've thought about buying, they're renting, they live somewhere. That's the cool thing about everybody you know, they live somewhere, right? And
Right.
their concern is how's it going in the world that I live in when it comes to living in something? So, a simple text, Vanda, that I do all the time is
Sure.
I reach out to my sphere, my friends, my especially my past clients, and I text them and I say, "Hey, this is by text. Hey, Vanda, it's Tristan. Listen, I've got a real estate question for you for a change. Do you have 5 minutes?"
Love it.
And that's it. That's all I do. And then they text me back and say, "Yeah, call me," or they'll say, "Can you call me later?" And then whatever they say, then I pick up the phone because that's the next step, guys.
Exactly.
It's the next step.
I love that. So you ignited the conversation, you reach out, you intrigue them,
Yeah.
right? And it's not about you. It's you
No,
asking for
about
help
them.
and yeah, about them. I love that. And Tristan, that's why we also great friends and great partners in many collaborations because we think alike. You know, the moment I tell my friends, my clients in business, the moment we change our view from obligation to collaboration and opportunities. Everything changed. So it's because they get nervous about calling or they're going to think about me. I'm salesy, I'm pushing. Don't ask, just give insights. But that's a great text, right? Hey, I was thinking about you. There's something was wondering about something. Can we hop on the phone? Same thing, right? I have a question that I like to ask. I love that. You just ignite them down, you call. And then you call from a place of love and contribution and care.
Yeah. Like if I
No
would
ask.
call you, I'd ask, you know what, Vanda, 5 minutes, but I'm calling my friends just to ask with everything that's going on, what do you think about the real estate market right now? Just in
Love
general.
it. Love it. What do you
And
think
then
about it? Yeah.
what do you think about, and then just that question, because it's so open, they will go everywhere with it. They'll bring up
Yes.
politics. They'll bring up what they think the housing market, the economy. They'll bring up their own job situation.
Yeah.
If they own, they'll tell you, man, I don't know, my prices. If they rent, they'll say, man, we've been looking to move, or I think we're going to keep renting. They'll tell you everything. And then here's the setup that I did this for, because the natural next question is, what do you think, Tristan? And then that's what I've been waiting for.
Exactly. And they give you all the ammunition where they are so you can be where they are and help them to close the gap, what I am to what I want to go. And you are the
That's it.
person closing the gap.
That's it.
Fantastic. So, all of you guys, hey, stop being in your head. You in your head, you dead. Go in your heart. Who I'm gonna talk today that might have a question for me that maybe I can help with some insights or some information. There's so many people out there, but the thing is too, I learned this very quickly, Tristan, that people don't do something. They don't do something because one of the three reasons, or maybe all of them. Number one, they don't see the benefits. Of course, we all know the benefits of talking to our database, right?
Yeah.
My coach used to tell me, Tristan, if you don't want to talk to people, get out of real estate. Because real estate is a conversation.
That's funny.
If you don't want to talk to people, get out real estate, go get a programmer job at a computer programming. Because if you're not going to follow up, don't do marketing, right? So number one, people don't do things because they don't see the benefits. Of course, we all know the benefits of touching a database. There's a book of business. Number two, because they don't see the importance. What do I mean, Tristan?
Mhm.
I know the benefits, okay? I know that I can call my database and touch them and nurture them, but it's not important right now. I do it later. I gotta put out this fire. I gotta do something. So it's not important for me right now. Now, number three, I think is the major one, is they don't know how. They don't know how. But
I
some
think
people might
most,
have all of them. Some people might know the benefits, or by they don't see the importance to do it today. Let me put up later. But I think most Asians don't have what you did. You just gave a script. You gave the outcome. You gave the script by text. You did the script by communication. So I hope all of you guys know that Tristan can give you all the nuggets of gold here, and he's doing it. But if you don't apply, nothing changes, right?
yeah.
And with change, it comes to energy. So you gotta have the energy to do this. You gotta believe that happens. So we talk about new agents. How about the team leader who's maybe doing relatively well and
Mhm.
now wants to go to the next level? What would you recommend? And I know you're so good at this because I follow you. I see all the trainings you do and all the things you share about AI and the new technology and the new, uh, um, ChatGPT. So what would you say for someone, okay, I'm 15 years in the business, I'm already selling 2 homes a month. What is my next level? What should I do to get there?
That's an easy question. You should have done it a long time ago, number one, and that's start hiring to where you want to go. The
Love it.
the challenge is that we get scared. I get scared, right? Depending on who I want to hire and where I want to go. But you have to be very responsible financially too. But you said if you're closing two transactions a month, right? That's in California, that's really good, right?
Right.
That's good. That means you need to start looking at where you can hire someone so that you can focus on bring them in and you can focus on the things that you are great at. If you're not great at social media, if you're not great and it slows you down, if you're not great at doing the newsletter, which I think is extremely important, right? If you're not great at seeing what all the tech that you have fits into your current business, then you know exactly who you need to hire so that that can
Exactly.
help you maintain those relationships with your past clients, your sphere, and all the new business that's coming your way that you're missing because you're the only one doing anything.
I love it. And can I add some more? I love what you said. It's true. You get to a point now, let me learn how to become not only a leader in communication, but delegate, give more. The other thing is, even if I'm new to Tristan, that works really well because you see, I am expressive driver. Naturally, I'm expressive. You can see the blinks. I love colors. I look at it's natural way. I'm expressive. But under business, under stress, my adaptive traits are driver. I
Mm.
want to make it happen to the point. Now, can you imagine me going to Canvas, trying to figure out what to do, or trying to? So I don't do that
That's
shit.
funny.
So
Yeah.
delegate your weakness. Do your greatness. What you're doing right now, that's VA you can get for $6 an hour, $7 an hour. So that is, I love this.
Yes.
Hire to your next level.
And if you are in a position where you're like, man, I'm just about there, and you can't quite hire a VA, team up with somebody you know and hire a VA together with
Exactly.
with an estimated time to to part ways and then take your own because it can't be indefinite, okay? Remember, you're growing. So say, hey, let's try this out for 6 months. I can do somebody part-time. That's $3 an hour.
Right. So true. Yeah. Well, you can also have a junior agent that you coach and train and let them shadow you, and they work for you for 30 hours a week or 25 hours a week to learn.
I
Or
like it.
I have one client in New York. She has two interns for free. People want to add stuff to the resume and learn from a top agent. So it's so many ways to be resourceful, right?
I
You know,
agree.
so darling, I know you have so much to share, and I know time is so valuable. What would you say right now to anyone that is in this business but needs to have a shift in mindset?
Yeah, I'll tell you, you've got to surround yourself with better quality people And if they're not close to you, like you don't know any, you got to surround yourself with people like this in the virtual world. You've got to choose what you watch and what you consume on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn,
So
because
true.
all that's influencing your mind. Because if you're scrolling through and you're falling for all the negativity out there, all of the problems that the world is having, guess what you're going to just reflect to your clients and how you're going to show up. The number one thing you've got to watch out for is how you show up for your business. And if you've got problems internally that are showing to everyone, no one's going to want to work with you. And listen, we all
So
have
true.
problems, all of us, but we still choose to show up better because we know that's important for where we want to go.
I love it. I love it because, people sometimes just do dumping. They dump the issues, the problem, the challenge at social media, and they're crazy. So one more thing on that, I love what you said. I just want to say, hey guys, if you follow Tristan, I hope you do. He's going to give you how to find him, what to follow him Instagram. But I want to say this: if you follow him or me on Instagram, you're going to see that we're giving our best, but we're not lost on scrolling. We go on social media intentional on timing. We have time, we have intention, we provide value, we connect, we engage. We're not scrolling or dumping crazy shit or being all over the place.
That's true.
All intentional, right? You
Yeah.
teaching, you educating, you inspiring, you being entertaining. I love it. I love it. So I know, do you have a little more time? Can we tell us?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. So what are you excited about right now, personally and business, my friend?
Yeah, I'm excited that we've got AI coming in and it's being layered into multiple companies. One of those you saw last week,
Hmm.
Zillow announced that they're the first real estate app inside of ChatGPT. And I think that opens up a lot of things because now I'm thinking just for our world, when I'm looking at what other software is going to tie into ChatGPT,
Hmm.
Claude, Gemini, Google, right? Or
Right.
anything along those lines. It's going to start looking like every possible software that we know is going to tie into those, and it's going to make our life easier. For
Easier.
example, if I've got Follow Up Boss or Lofty, the CRM, if I've got those now that are tied to any I could just simply go to ChatGPT and say, hey, ChatGPT, open up Lofty and mass text the 10 people that I got from the open house today and send them that message that we sent to all open house people.
Bam.
And
Done.
all of a sudden, it changes our CRM, it changes our technology because technology is making it so much easier. And now, I think what we see in the next, we're a little slower in real estate, but I'd say 7 years or so, we're going to start seeing the single mega agent producer that outproduces the majority of teams because our biggest challenge, because you've run a team, I've run a team, the biggest challenge is the net, right? The net. It's really not how much volume, it's really not how
Right.
much we're making, it's the net. So when you have a single mega agent that uses tools, technology, AI agents, and has just buyer showing agents, like the net is going to be insane. Like I can net 60% of my paycheck instead of 25%. Like that is a massive difference. We're going to start seeing the single mega agent outproduce the majority of the teams.
It would be amazing. Now, everyone, just remember too, he still have a team, but he doesn't have sales agents under him. He still have the marketing people, the VA, the transaction
Yeah.
coordinator. Yeah, but it's just being very strategic. I have a client, Andrea Gordon, who is like this. She works as an individual, and she's on track for about $100 million in Berkeley, Oakland this year, and she just have assistants and VAs, and that's pretty much an individual. So it's possible, and I love that. So using technology to make your business faster, more efficient, effective, and we don't have to be afraid of AI because no AI going to replace our human connection, right, my friend? No AI gonna take away your ability to build certainty, bring confidence to the table, to share the value and
Yeah.
build the trust. Would you agree? You
Well,
know that.
yeah, I think all the tools that we're seeing allow us to do all of the busy work, all the heavy
Exactly.
lifting, all the showing up everywhere else, maintaining those relationships and nurturing, and then allowing us to connect with people because
The
connecting with
deeper level,
people,
yeah.
connecting with people is going to be more valuable in the near future. And being connected to your phone, to AI is something that's going to be it's going to be seen as probably not as great in the near future because the other piece to it is the psychological adjustment for people to be bombarded by information all
Right.
the time, unfortunately, isn't healthy for everyone. Some people can handle it, like nothing happens, but a lot of people can't handle it. And
Mhm.
that takes one full generation to adapt. Like my
I
children.
love that. And it's so true because some people don't have the calmness and the groundness to understand or maybe control the input and the noise and this. Now, that's the tricky part. Understanding that AI is here to serve us and make our jobs easier, faster, more effective, and efficient. But we have to never take advantage and become that agent that everything is generic because everybody's going to be doing it. So, what separates you? What kind of emotion and connection you bring to the table? So, yeah, like the agent that, but coach, I am sending emails to my clients. Let me see the emails. It's all generic. What is the personal touch?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you just like everybody else, right? So,
Mhm.
I love that. So again, it's using AI, ChatGPT, to be faster, efficient, effective, and bring more data, but never forget that you are the one that they want to hear, hire, they want to trust, believe, and follow, right? I love that, Tristan. I love that. So you're very excited about technology. How about why?
Oh
We
well,
growing.
I'm
Tell us
excited.
about it.
Listen, I'm excited about the brokerage too. Um, I'm excited because I feel like on our way to creating something, whatever this ends up being, we're going to change the industry as far as bringing them back to what matters.
I love
Because
that.
what we've been seeing for the last few years is people getting excited, real estate agents getting excited, primarily for technology, for being a media company, for revenue share, for all of these things. And along that path, we've forgotten as agents to connect with people on a person to person level. And we want to bring that reminder back as the core principle of what we stand for. We're building communities, everyone. We're building communities. We're solidifying relationships long term. And in all that process, we're learning to be better leaders because if you can't lead yourself on a daily basis, how the hell do you expect to show up?
Oh, I love that. Yeah, no, I love that. I love the way you see this industry growing and how you are visionary about your company because you are providing that not only the technology, all the support, the tools, the knowledge, excuse, but you're building this culture so people feel engaged, feel important, and growing together. So I want to celebrate you. I know you open different states,
Thanks.
and it's awesome. It's fantastic. So, my friends, as you can see, he brought some great wisdom here, some nuggets of knowledge, and we all want the best for you. We want to make sure that you know that it's a work of in process, right? Right, Tristan?
I agree.
Every day is managing your energy by regulating your emotions, by pay attention how is the environment, what you're consuming, what you put in here, who's you surround yourself with, what kind of the level of your energy, because otherwise you go down, without energy, and then you only see problems. So I appreciate you, Tristan. Share here with us how these beautiful agents from all over the country and this and the world can reach you, can find you and follow you. And maybe he also give a referral, maybe know more about your company.
Yeah, just go to my Instagram. That's probably the easiest place, Tristan.Ahumada, and it's Ahumada. Just find me. When you type in Tristan Ahumada or whatever you come up with, it's the one with the little blue check mark. Just message me if you have questions or just follow me and engage.
I love it. So my friend, what would be your last thought here, last advice to everyone
Yeah,
watching
I
any
think
place?
here's what we're going to start seeing happening over the next few years more. Um, People are going to have to purposefully slow down their lives in order to show up better because those that don't will end up being more angry. They'll end up being more emotional. They'll end up reacting more, which you're watching right now in media, right?
Right.
The reaction. If you don't slow down enough in your life to understand yourself better, you're of no use to anybody around you. And I need everyone to slow down, understand yourself, take note of your emotions, see what's happening around you, how you can take advantage of the opportunities around you, connect with people, because the more you slow down, the faster you'll be able to move later.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. It's slow down to speed it up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and be aware of yourself. Guys, you hear that? Take care of yourself so you have the energy, the mindset, the skills, and the tools to take care of your family, the world, and your clients. So thank you so much, my friend. It's been an honor, pleasure to be here with you, to be your friend, and to have you here
Thanks
sharing
for
your
having
wisdom.
me.
My pleasure. So, everyone, as you can see, it takes time, it takes energy, so be patient, be amazing, go share your magic, your energy with the people that you love, and never forget that start with you. Educate yourself, elevate yourself so you have plenty wisdom, energy, knowledge to share with the whole community and the people you love. Keep learning, keep improving. So thank you. Until see you next time. Bye, Tristan. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.